Hello everyone. So today we are going to add a new feature into this design weaver system that we have worked on. So here we are going to add a way to pan around the map. So here I'm using the middle mouse button. When I use the middle mouse button pressed and drag the mouse, I can pan around the level like this. And I can orbit around the focused object with my left mouse clicked and dragging the mouse. So here let me pan away, and if I click the selected building again, I refocus on the same building like this. And yeah, similarly everything else is working as before. We can see the previously all the features here. We can show the gallery, pan around and just view the gallery only, or switch to the other building. Yeah, we can see different parts of the building. Jump to the other one, details panel, highlights, everything is already there. So we are going to work on pan around and how to reset the panned movement. Okay, so before we get started, here is the full playlist of this series. Everything is implemented from scratch and explained. You can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself too. And also, if you choose to become a member, you can access the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done. So to the date, there are over 2000 videos. For each video, project files are available. So feel free to check it out. I'll leave links to everything in description below. Right. Now let's get started with today's episode. Okay, so this is what we have worked on so far. Here we can orbit around these buildings. We can see details, so switch to gallery, location, show photo gallery, select another part of the building, or switch to the other building. So yeah, we can do all these things. And again, view the details, highlight it, everything. So now the next step is I want to implement a way to pan around the scene. So here now if I press any mouse button and drag, it orbits. That's what's happening. So if I'm using the middle mouse button and drag, instead of orbiting around, I need to pan around. Okay, so let's see where I have implemented the orbit feature. It's in this weaver pawn. Yeah, it's a very simple setup actually. This orbit camera. Let me move it down so we can see it clearly. I'll add a comment, orbit and pan, because we are going to add the pan in here, pan also here. Right, now let's get some more space. So this is the orbit part, and I want to do orbit only if I'm pressing the left mouse button. Let's say left mouse button. So get player controller is key down, is input key down. Here I'll choose left mouse button. And let's do simple branch. If this is true, now after this I will only be able to orbit with the left mouse button. Right now I'm pressing the left mouse button so I can orbit around. If I press middle mouse button or any other mouse button, it's not orbiting around. So then let's duplicate this, and here let's check for middle mouse button. So if I'm pressing the middle mouse button, I'll add actor offset, add world offset to the actor, so I can get this action value X and Y. So I'll get the actor right vector and multiply this by x, and I'll get the actor forward vector and multiply this with this y, and then let's add these two together and I'll multiply this with get word delta seconds, and also I'll add another multiplier. Let's call it moment or panning speed. Oh, sorry. Is it Shift D? Yeah, Shift D. Now let's make sure panning speed is something large enough. Let's say 1000. And yeah, this should work. Let's check. Here. Now this is with the left mouse. If I press middle mouse, okay, I can pan around. Simple. Okay, but one thing. Here, if I press my mouse, middle mouse, and drag my mouse backward, it's going away. Forward, it's coming towards me. So, is this the way I want it? I think it's correct. Because it's like flying over the scene. Okay, but if you want to revert that, you can simply add a multiplier here to invert that. Get a float and -1. Now it would, if you push the mouse forward, the scene will push away. If you drag it towards you, it will come closer, like that. Okay. Now the next thing is, I want if I want to reset that. So let's say I want to refocus on this building. What can I do? So here, let's not disable this built-in button even when I am focused on it. Instead of that, maybe let's do a highlight to show that this is the currently selected building, but still I will be able to click on that building. So here, if I pan around and if this button is still active and if I click, I will be refocused here. That's one approach, but before that, let's implement a simple reset button. So for that, I'll initially save the initial actor transform. Get actor transform. Save this to a variable. Let's call it original transform. And to test this, let's just add a simple key input. Report R. Let's use R for reset. Here. And I'll add a function reset position or reset transform. Yeah. And I'll set actor transform with the original transform. And I'll call this here reset transform. Okay. Okay, now let's see. Let me pan around and rotate. Press R. We are back. See? pan around and press R. We are back, focused on the initial building. Okay, so that's good. Now if I want to use the same building button to show that, let's go to our UI, Viewer HUD. Here you see those two building buttons, and initially one of them is not enabled. So I'll make them both enabled, and also when I click on it, I disable one of the buttons. Here, I'll remove that for now, and in the switch viewer, here, I'll call reset transform. I pan around like this and click on building A again, we are back. See, it resets the rotation as well. Building A. Yeah, great. Now, if I still want to highlight the currently selected building, what can we do? Yeah, these are just regular ones. Let's make the selected button a little bit bigger. I don't want to create any. This is not a separate widget, so let's not make it complicated. So here, let's just use this transform so we can see some change. So like this, 1.1. Now the selected building will be a little bit bigger. Now by default we have the building A selected, so it makes sense making this a default, making this one bigger by default. We can push that a little bit more if needed. B40. Yeah. Now here let scale, set render scale. So this is the disabled one. That should become 1. And this is the enabled one. That should become 1.1. Similarly, here, this is the enabled one. Oh, actually enabled one means the one that I need to select again. So this should be the bigger one. Right now I disable the one that I have already selected. So this is one. Very simple stuff. Okay, now let's see. This is already selected, that's why it's bigger. If I go to B, now this becomes bigger. And if I pan around with the middle mouse, click B again, now we are back, focused on this one. So yeah, that's all I want to cover in this episode. Okay, so thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link could be in the description below, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.